Welcome back to another thrill-packed episode of Saturday Night Gaming Presents a Heavenscape Adventure. That's right, you're going to be returning to Valos, this time in the past for Warbound. Thank you for joining us again. It's always a pleasure to have you listening to our podcasts and our wild and crazy stories and antics. I am your GM, Tony Stevens, and I'm going to go ahead and let people introduce themselves in a roundtable style. Starting at my right, just go ahead and introduce yourself and the character you will be playing in this session.
I am Quinn, and if I have this order right, I should be playing Vadir.
You are correct.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to know about him?
You can tell us about him if you'd like to. Does he like ponies, unicorns?
No, he's very much a hand-to-hand fighter. Firmly believes that weapons are for the weak, and is not afraid to tell people that if you use a weapon, then you're puny and aren't much of a man.
And he has very strong pinkies.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the one that terminology is based on his pinky.
Based on his pinky.
Muscular pinkies.
Gotcha. That's good to know.
Very veiny.
Oh gosh. All right. Next.
My name is Laura. I am playing Ren. She is a ranger of sorts who has returned from the land of the dead to find her sister, who she last saw had been kidnapped by cultists, but they defeated the cultists, and now she doesn't know where she is.
That's a possibility.
It's a quest.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. I'd like to. I'm interested.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
If I wasn't the one writing it, I'd be biting my nails right now.
I'm Ryan.
Hey, Ryan!
Hey, guys. I'll be playing as Ove Arnfin, who is basically like a Viking Tiger King.
Mullet and all?
Mullet and all, yes.
If I remember correctly, he was from the wild, sent on a hunting quest, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So that he could get that chickadee he was promised to get married to.
Yeah.
That's good. That worked him perfectly.
We never really got around to that, but yeah.
But now we will, and that's all that matters.
I have to stop laughing first, but I'm Kyle, and I am playing Wilson, a dancing monk. We'll just leave it at that, honestly.
Who doesn't know quite where he is, or how he
Nope.
got there, or if he's gotten there yet.
No, I don't know, honestly. You could just, who knows?
I think we're going to be good friends.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. The colors are weird, and why? Why are the colors weird?
Because you're not
'Cause
supposed
you're a
to eat
whiner.
that thing that grew out of the ground.
Oh, sorry. It looked edible.
Only the pink ones.
Oh, okay. Wait, what's pink?
Exactly.
Too late. My characters never know where they are, so.
It's hard.
That is true.
I'm Ronnie. I'll be playing Ulrich Thornstrom, and he is a seafaring warrior and son of Governor.
Blackbird.
Yes, him.
That
That
guy.
guy.
Trust me, I think by the time we're done, you'll remember his
So
name.
this session we're playing Valos, yeah?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So, my name is Chuck, and I will be playing Uthar the Cursed, who's a 450-year-old cult leader that has last seen eating the heart of a god.
He doesn't look.
So he's extra cursed.
He doesn't look a day over 150 though.
I know. Well, you can't see his face, so you don't know. He chooses not to show his face.
Thank you.
Right, for good reasons.
I'm Dan, and I'll be playing Einar Ragnolf. He is a huntsman who has set off on a quest to find a darkness that he has to destroy.
Very good. Pretty sure I eat the darkness.
Something. All right.
Thank you.
My name is John, and my character is John. John the Red, and he is a man of many pockets.
Not many memories, but many pockets. We'll see how that turns out by the end.
Depends on when you ask him.
Not to be confused with very small pockets.
And of course, we'll also have other characters joining us later on in future sessions. We are a fully packed group right now, and for those GMs out there that like to stay down to 4 characters, I say get on my level. All right. So where we last left off, and correct me if I approach any of this incorrectly or if I misremember it, but you had just killed a mad god of darkness and chaos. That's right. They had chopped off the head of T'Chillic, Thulgrim driving the blade of mighty power into its skull, dissipating its very essence. They had destroyed the threat of T'Chillic, but not before Ulthar devoured his heart, and we'll find out what happens with that, I'm pretty sure. However, as you did this, you were also approached by someone that you, of the main party, remembered as Grim, the Watcher, and he told you that your struggles had only just begun. You had just completed one of the most massive side quests of the Stormriders, and as you saw the oceans begin to boil and bubble and explode forth, the massive serpent-shaped black dragon of the East Seas was born. Drac was finally here in Valos, and he brought with him the Age of War. This is now the Warbound saga. Now, as this occurred, I'm going to go through a small narration for you to let you know what happened, what transpired just after that moment. Thulgrim quickly hugged his buddy. He said, Ulthar, I don't know if I'll see you again, but here's a hug. And Ulthar, now of great size and mass, demonic entity that he is, of muscle-bound shape and jagged spikes, hugged him back. It was actually a comprising hug of unity and a friendship, a final acceptance.
Did I see this?
Yes, everyone was
I gently
watching.
wipe a tear from my eye.
Just the one.
This is so beautiful.
It was. I was moved by it, and I wasn't even there as an individual. But as Thulgrim did this, he then ran off. No armor. Barely holding a weapon in his hands. Didn't care. Wanted to prove something to himself. Wanted to show everybody that he was as strong as he'd always said he was. But Soul, being who he is, does not ever like anyone to do anything flashier than he does it. And he went with him. The two of them went to confront this dragon as it was approaching out of the waters. The dragon didn't even actually notice any of you, but he would soon after. In a massive display of godlike power, from steel flesh to blazing fires, the show that you watched after that was beyond compare. Left you speechless. This dragon writhing through the waters, slithing about, as he would slash at these two godlike entities, smacking them to the ground, smacking them about, but they just kept getting back up. And you even try to help him.
Can do this all day.
As its jaws rear open and a massive indigo flame broiled in its throat, releasing forth an energy unlike anything that this world had ever seen before. Void, chaotic, dark matter flowing forth from him. And when all dissipated and all faded away, Einar, Ulthar, you're hanging on the edge of a cliff. A true cliffhanger. You can hear the coughs and sounds of John the Red trying to figure out what's going on. Which pocket did he leave it in? You're not sure what, but he is looking for it. But you see not Thulgrim, and you see not Saul. And you see that Grim the Watcher is also missing, as the dragon starts to make its way towards the continent that holds your homes. Not only Greater Eloria, the Blackbrook Keep, Valcoria, and also the Wild. That's where the Black Dragon seems to be heading, away from you. But as you are now, you are on the ruined remains of the Mount of T'Chillic, and you are injured and sorrowful. So we'll go ahead and start over here with you, Einar, so I can get your bearings on what you're doing. You are holding Ulthar from falling to the ground, though, because this literally is a cliffhanger that I left you on.
I am going to pull Ulthar back up so that we're standing on the cliff.
All right, let's go ahead and make a roll for strength on that because he has gained some mass.
Okay. New system. What die do I roll?
You're going to be rolling your d20s so that you rolled your d20 to get your check out of the way. So
Okay.
if you're rolling off strength, you're
Which
rolling
is
it with
10.
it.
My strength is 10, so I roll and then add.
You want to come under it.
Okay. So I got a 4.
Yeah, successful. So you're able to easily pull him up. The glint of your mechanical eye in the sunlight as you lift your friend onto the precipice, and the two of you start to get your footing back again. And as I said, you do hear John the Red in the distance.
It's a ruckus.
It's a distant ruckus, yes.
Get back up here, friend.
What shenanigans is he up to?
We have to go find out.
Are you sure? We could go the other way.
I think John is probably our best chance at getting there before the dragon.
Okay, let's go find John.
John, what are you up to?
I'm making a ruckus.
What shenanigans are you up to?
Say shenanigans one more time.
Oh, I love the word shenanigans.
Axe you in the knee.
What can I do you for?
There's a giant dragon headed towards everything we know and love.
Wonderful.
You must catch it.
Excellent.
Can
Let's
you
do it.
Teleport us in front of it?
Oh, you want to use me?
I said.
Well,
I suppose I could do that. It'll be much fun.
I want you to catch the dragon in one of your pockets. That's what I want you to do.
Well,
We could put a dragon head in your pocket.
And as y'all discussed that, I'm going to leave y'all there for a second. You always say to expect the unexpected, but then you hear things, and you're just never quite sure. Just a ways off in the distance, Rin is actually climbing this mountainside. She has been searching for her sister. She knows that the remnants of the cult used to be here. There was a great temple kept here. And she is privy to all of the noises and obvious damages that have been going on. She has been watching it for nights as she has camped several times, trying to get closer and closer to her eventual goal. She left Garenvale not long ago after waking up with her compatriot Emery and Tilk. But as they were making this trek together, one day she woke up and she was no longer there. She's not quite sure what happened to her, but that she's on her own, and Rin isn't the type to ever really quit, so she keeps going on her own. Now, as you do this, you do notice that everything is in chaos and disarray. The temple that you can see in the distance is demolished. It's in pieces. And you can hear something of a distant ruckus.
Interesting. Do I recognize the distant ruckus?
It just sounds like a baffled and confused man.
Oh, okay. That's not especially unusual. Okay. I guess I will sneakily, but, decidedly, I will trek towards the distant ruckus and investigate.
Okay, so can you just give me a stealth roll,
See how that goes.
and see how it goes.
This might work. This might not work. That's Dex, right?
Yeah.
7, and my Dex is 10. So.
Oh yeah, good. So you're able to maneuver very close without anyone picking up on your presence, and what you see is about 6'5", oily black-skinned monstrous creature with a large jaw, several jagged fangs. You see a red-headed, bearded, axe wielder. He's from some other land. You can tell he looks very barbaric. Has emerald green painting and war markings and a scar across his chest. And you see even stranger red-headed man, brighter red hair, horned helmet,
That's
elegant
me.
cloak, crazy hair poking out everywhere. But they're all discussing something with each other in a very exuberant fashion.
I eavesdrop.
All right. So as you eavesdrop, you hear that the barbaric man is yelling at the other one that he wants to put the head of a dragon in his pocket.
Interesting.
And he keeps asking him to teleport him there.
Oh, teleport? No, that doesn't sound good.
Teleportation has been bad in
my
your
personal
recollection.
experience?
Yes. It's always worked.
It involves incineration from my previous experience, but
These could potentially be cult members trying to incinerate people to
Yeah.
teleport around. Who knows?
teleporting a dragon. You can incinerate a dragon. That's not so bad.
Depends on the dragon, I guess. Mushu seems nice.
I guess we'll see. Is there any sign of this dragon that they're speaking of?
As you look into the distance, you can tell that there is good choppy waves going on within the ocean, the sea. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything flying in the sky or crawling on the ground. You can't really tell what they're talking about. Only that you heard the explosions and chaos that were going on before, the tectonic shifts of the ground, quaking and whatnot.
Okay. Well.
Do you want to continue to eavesdrop on them?
Yes.
Just keep a close eye. Okay. Now, meanwhile, in the north, there is a farmland known as Wellshire. It was once a beautiful farmland. It was actually where the docks were kept. It was actually where this magnificent lighthouse was kept. It stood gleaming as a beacon of truth and hope to all mankind. For all the farmers who looked upon it, it's gone now. It's been burned to the ground by investigation. However,
The lighthouse got really bright.
yes. It got very bright. Someone who plays with fire a bit too much doesn't know how to control it, but that's all right. He's not here right now. However, who is here right now is Vadir and Ulrich. They were actually trekking with the crew of the Stormriders, the part of the crew that was sent to the north to Wellshire to check to see what was there to be raided, what was there to make food, and anything good that they could find and bring back to the ship, the Stormrider. However, at one point, the captain left their presence, said that he had something related to a family emergency that he had to go take care of. And since then, the two of you have been walking on your own because everyone else seemed too puny to hang out with.
Are we at the lighthouse now?
You're near that area. You're coming upon the lighthouse. You can see in the distance that there is a great storm about the mountain. It seems to be clouds and soot flying everywhere. You did hear a great noise. That's what woke you. You were actually sleeping through the day as you had drunk too much mead. But you heard a great noise and a great ruckus. And so you woke up to find out what it was. And as you did, you just noticed that there was a storm brewing off the coast in the sea.
So, Vadir, who do you think is the cause of this? Do you think it's those bumbling idiots?
He shrugs at you.
And nod in agreement.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
You've noticed that you've been talking to yourself quite a bit since you've been traveling with this companion.
Yes, he is a man of many words.
But, of course, you do notice that there is, as you get closer to the lighthouse, you do hear something of yelling nearby on that mountain range. It's tremendous yelling, loud. You can hear the grumble of a low voice. You can hear the high pitch of a, I don't know, let me check my pockets.
Surprise, surprise. It's them. What did they do now? All right, let's go see if we can help them out of their misfortune.
Vadir cracks his knuckles and stomps behind you closely. Now, as you do approach, you do notice that they are standing in a grouping and discussing with each other the likelihood of a plan, as Einar shouts to John the Red, which you recognize from the ship when you were sailing with them. Let's put the head in your pocket!
Put the whole dragon in the pocket.
Oh, you kept a ship in your pocket. How big is that pocket? Can you put the dragon in the same pocket as the ship?
Well, I don't want anything to happen to my ship.
Ulrich turns around and looks at Vadir and sighs heavily.
Perhaps we could just mount the dragon's head on the front of the ship.
Okay.
We should get the dragon's head. That sounds key to all of this. Also, I'm pretty sure that dragon is what I left the woods hunting for.
So
I
what's
know
your
I
plan?
said it was probably T'Challa, but
So-
now I'm thinking it's the dragon.
Are me and Ulrich, right?
Yeah, we're
Are we
there.
within distance of them? Can we see them?
You can see them, you can hear them.
I'll put my hand up to Ulrich, basically, let me deal with this. Alright, listen here. What are you doing? I mean, we've been looking for you, puny maggots, for a while now.
Excuse me?
You're alright, Grandpa. I like you. What are you doing? Wasting our time.
We're hunting dragons.
Dragons?
Now.
Blimey. Ulrich, they lost the marbles.
Oh no, there's a dragon.
Well, obviously, this one's talking about putting a dragon in his pocket.
What?
I have a lot
And
of
he said
pockets.
Not my pocket.
They're
His
pretty
pocket.
deep.
Ulrich.
What?
I kick Ulrich. What are pockets? Why are you all laughing? I never had to use them before.
No. Pockets, they're where you store things on your pants, little pouches.
Oh, like lady purses?
Yes.
Like where they put the jewelry in?
Exactly
Yes.
like that.
Are you two fancy always now, eh? Is that what we're doing here?
They're pocket portals. That's what I call them.
Never thought I'd see a bearded lady before, Rick. But I mean, first time for everything, right?
As you all discuss this amongst
That is
yourselves,
true.
you actually hear something of a scream from inside the temple ruins. More like a ah!
That was not a very hearty scream.
We leave that one alone.
Lady in trouble. Right.
They sound like
should
they're
probably leave them
enjoying
alone.
themselves.
Come on, champ.
Oh, like like you stubbed your toe at 4 a.m.
Vadir and
More
I
of a
go
welcome,
investigate.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so appealing.
Vadir and I go investigate, regardless of the unappealing noise.
See, Ulrich, now you understand why I keep quiet. I'm not good with words.
It's
But he's got
understandable.
your back.
I mean, barely know how to spell my own name. There's an R in there somewhere, I think.
It's
V-A-D-A.
okay. It's okay.
But anyways, let's go help the sad lady.
Yes, let's go help the sad lady.
So as you do, you approach the temple, you do see that the pillars have fallen. Most of it's in complete disarray. But as you get closer, you do see there was a large doorway that was there. And just beyond that, it seems like there are some decrepit stairs, chunks of marble still missing from it, cracked concrete and stonework leading lower into the mountain.
You probably shouldn't look too deeply into what happened there. No reasons.
I already know y'all are the reason this happened.
You know nothing.
I didn't do anything. That's exactly what the guilty man would say.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Anyways,
Blame the huntsman.
What happened to the loud one?
You're always mucking around in the woods with your fairies and your furry friends. I mean, who's to say you and your weird magic? I think I've proven myself enough. I haven't seen you do nothing. Except this. You saw me. I was at the same proving ceremony as you. I saw you talking about pockets.
That was me. That weird scream
Vidir,
again.
let's
Scream again.
let's go find
I'm gonna go in the
the
temple.
stream.
They can keep
down,
talking. I'm
lady.
Do you
going
want
in the
to
temple.
continue hiding from them, or are you just going to storm past them?
Let's
I'm
go
just
into
gonna
the
exasperately sigh and storm past him.
As you're all discussing this amongst yourselves, you see a beautiful but hard-spirited, red-headed woman dressed in ranger gear, leathers, and she has a very pristine but well-used rapier with her. She just storms past you, pushes you out of the way, and says, "Enough of this crap," and moves down the stairs on her own.
Where are you going? It's not safe in there. There's clearly a woman crying.
She's going to silence her cries. Let's go help her silence them. They're
You
annoying.
fight with your fist.
As you say
Let's-
this, you hear from the inside of your cloak, "Always trying to silence things. That's what
No,
you do."
get back in there.
You can't silence me! No. It's my fault. My head's
Vidir,
on my
let's keep
shoulders
this one
anyway.
away from the woman.
It's your own fault.
Which one?
I
back
said
in
it was
there.
my fault.
Oh, no.
Well, you're right.
The pocket
That's
man.
correct. I always am.
I mean, with pockets though, or the ladies might like them or they
So, as
I'm
you
going
continue to
down
walk down the
to
stairs,
the-
you notice that there is a complete lack
This
of
is
light.
what you've
here.
dealt with this entire
You
time.
can't really see too much in front of you at the moment.
Oh, you have no idea.
If there is an idea
Oh no.
that you have on how you would be able to see, I would be willing to listen.
I follow after you going, "No, don't go in there. They said not to go in."
They who? Excuse me?
Nothing. Saul said it was going to be too hot in there. Stay out.
But Saul's not
Big
here
fight.
right now.
It's really dark in there.
Lots of things going on outside. I wasn't there.
Imp with the red hair and the magic fingers.
What?
The little imp with the no beard.
Is it dark in there? Can we see?
It's very dark.
He's not an imp. He was my friend.
He's short. He's an imp.
The only thing you can
I'm pretty
really
sure I just
see
heard him
at
die.
the moment is the red glow of
Let's do
one
that,
of
too.
this huntsman's eyes.
Oh, yeah. My eyes glow.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Say, I told you, you can't trust them people. The eyes that glow sparkly.
Just the one.
Just the one.
It's even weird.
You can trust half of me.
My eyes don't do that. Okay.
I'm going to use my hammer to light up.
Okay. So just go ahead and give me a roll
Flame
for
on?
success on that.
Flame on.
What do I?
Clap on.
What is it based on?
Flame
Your
on.
ability range? Is it based off of int?
Well, if it's based off of int, that is definitely a fail. Let me try.
I'm just asking, is that what you're basing the
have no
abilities
idea.
it has off of, or is it coming off of your constitution or your strength? Because it was just the ability innate to it, correct?
Yeah, it's the ability that's. All I'm doing is just causing the hammer to.
I'm going to say it comes off your con because
okay.
it's your innate ability.
Well, let me use an actual correct D20.
It also helps.
No, it doesn't.
All right.
12 out of
So
8.
How? 12 out of 8?
Yes.
Ah. I should have had. Hey, so everybody can roll your dexterity or your physique.
Take you hit my doors.
Physique is based off of con or.
Well, you can
strength?
either armor, physique, roll out of the way.
that
Physique would
would
be
be-
based off of like strength.
Okay.
So your ability to just absorb any damage.
So we can evade or we can.
You can evade or take it.
And if I've got a point in strength or in physique, that adds to
Got
strength as like
What
plus
did I
one.
get, though?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a 7.
Okay.
Because you've got the mastery or the train.
Was it a
Yeah.
That means you can roll regular without disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you're trained, you roll regular. If you're untrained, you're going to roll at disadvantage, and when you reach mastery or expert, you're going to roll with advantage.
And advantage and disadvantage, I forgot.
Disadvantage would mean you roll twice, take the highest of the two.
Okay.
Advantage would mean that you roll twice, take the lowest of the two.
Gotcha.
Come on.
This is for everyone too, right?
Yes.
I got a 7 using my physique, which I'm assuming goes off con, right?
Yes.
So 7 under 9.
Okay. And did you roll for evasion?
Yes.
How'd you do?
I rolled a 6 out of 10.
Good.
I got 12 out of 11.
That sucks. All right.
Are we supposed to roll under or over?
Roll under your
This is a roll under
score.
system.
I'm gonna roll my thing. Is this acceptable?
That's fine with me.
What am I rolling on Dex?
I do have.
That's not
If you're
good.
trying to evade, you can roll Dex. If you're trying to just absorb it, you can roll Strength or Con.
I rolled 19.
Out of
Like,
Do-
what was this on Dex?
if you're evading, yeah.
Does
5 out of 8.
Does my unarmed
Yeah,
defense?
or you could do con too, right? Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I got 7 on con.
Does unarmed
That's the highest.
I got 5 out of 8.
So
Physical
you busted, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
as a defense,
I
You
rolled a
wanna be red?
19.
You want to be red?
or he just reduces damage.
Sure you do.
What is this?
That's for you to keep, just as a token of my
So it's
appreciation.
just reducing damage.
Shody. I
Yes,
got
sir.
5 out of 8 rolling on con.
Okay, Ronnie, go ahead and roll your damage die.
Did Ronnie just damage me?
Alright, so what's my damage?
Did you list off the weapon? What level it is?
Skyscrapers,
What is
Thank
it, a
you,
mastery
Do you need this?
weapon or?
No, I have a.
yeah.
Huh?
It's, I think, hold
Okay.
on. This is the sheet that I...
This is the sheet.
Do one of y'all need this?
No, we're good.
I have.
They're there for a
Counterbalance.
reason.
No, it's...
We're sharing.
D8 off mastery, right?
It's not master, it's P?
Proficient.
PM? Proficient?
Oh, you're saying you're proficient in it, but I'm saying the level of the weapon. It's a master crafted weapon, correct?
Yeah, mastercraft, yes.
So that should be a D8.
Okay.
Protection right here, bud. Good job.
Good.
What is it?
3.
3. Okay, so Einar, John the Red, you only take 3 damage. As lightning sparks off of this axe.
I have natural defense or unarmored defense,
Uh-huh.
which reduces by 2.
So that would be your soak.
So
So
I
you
only
take
take
1
one.
damage. And if you have any armor, you take it off as well. So whatever your soak is, if it doesn't pass your soak, it just shocked you a little. But basically, as he slams this thing
tasing me,
against
bro.
the ground, it sparks off, and lightning kind of shoots around everywhere. But as this happens, you do have the opportunity to roll any kind of perception that you may have seen in that flash of a moment.
And that's off of wisdom.
Wisdom is
Wisdom.
perception. Investigation.
Wisdom. That's how I pronounce it.
That's a 15.
That's a really good roll. 16 out of 10.
It's a 15.
You can't see anything.
I was busy being tased.
I got a,
Yeah, the tase, apparently the electrical energy shorted out your cybernetic eye.
I got a 5 out of 8.
Okay, cool.
That
Okay.
was a 15, sir.
No.
9 out of 8.
I got 7. Like, if you have perception, like a T in perception, that like
That's
lowers it
trained. That means you roll straight. You don't get a
Okay.
disadvantage or
Alright.
an advantage.
So it's a 7 out of 10. So
Okay, that's good. So basically, you and Ulthar both notice that the bottom of the stairs is actually very close. And this flash of light, even as you're being electric, like the electric shock is jumping off of you, you don't care. You're just like, whatever. I've seen
Looks
worse.
cool.
Yeah. But at the bottom of the stairwell, you do notice that there seems to be some sort of cages, little cages. Like maybe you'd keep a mutt in there, or a beast, or maybe your future food. Who knows?
I don't see that.
You don't. They do. Now, it's up to Ulthar if he ever shares information, but John the Red saw it as well.
I just say cages, and I go that way.
What? Cages?
He
Those
runs
weren't there
off,
when we
cape
were
flapping.
Those weren't there when we were here last.
We better follow him to the deer.
And then I'm like, it's really dark where the cages were.
All right, bearded man, get back here. I don't like chasing people.
Can I try my vision beyond vision?
Vision beyond vision.
I would love for you to do
Use
so.
my
that double
sword to
vision?
do it.
Yes, run it off of. So the way your sword always worked, though, is running off of your intellect. If I remember.
Oh, my intellect says I thought it was going to be wisdom.
Oh,
I have
wisdom
no
for
idea.
perception. That's fine.
Because he's not like, at least this version
We
of
changed
not
it around.
super smart.
Okay.
Oh, I'm also
Who's
supposed to get
wise?
advantage on perception.
Roll it off your wisdom. That's fair enough. It's perception.
Okay, so he raises his axe sword to
His
his
quad
eyes,
axe.
and he looks through the handguard,
The hilt.
the hilt, and he says, "Sight or sword, give me sight beyond
Vision.
vision beyond vision."
All right.
Give me double vision.
Yes, give me double vision.
Right, it's a little weird that you're talking to your sword there, friend.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Give
it.
me Wanda vision. And so, like, his sword flashes, and that will be. Let me roll here. It's a really slow roll. Ooh, 7.
Awesome. So what you actually see as you look through the hilt of this quad axe, you notice that there are several life forms down in this cavern. Apparently they were being kept to be fed to any of the creatures that were going to be emerging in the temple. T'Challa can tend to be a hungry son of a Baptist preacher, so they kept a lot of extra food around for him. You notice that just ahead of you in one of the cages huddles up a very large man next to a very tiny man.
I forgot where we were.
All right. I guess that, like, I'm just walking towards it with my sword held to my face.
Yeah, but you see perfectly.
Yeah.
Like you've got a flashlight on, but nobody else can see.
And so I'm walking up to the cages to get close to them.
Okay. Do you say anything as you walk up to him?
Am I at the cages yet?
You are. I mean, they were within earshot of you.
All right. I like rattle the cages. Are you there?
Now, Ove, Wilson, you have been huddled together in this cage for quite some time. Wilson? Yes. You actually came here in search of a very specific huntsman that you were sent to find. That's been your task, your mission. But as you got here, there were a lot of these really strange robed old men that smelled of mint jam, and they captured you. And they put you in this cage.
Captured by a bunch of old men.
Old men that smell.
I'm not going to be any help to you guys.
They had their own trouble with them, but they smelled of mint jam. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
They had they needed a lozenge maybe, very guttural and throaty. But as you've been in there for quite some time, they eventually dragged in this screaming person, Wilson, and they threw him in the cage with you. And since he's been in there, he hasn't said much except for random screams and squelches as he doesn't know where he is or what's going on.
Do they look like they need food?
What color is this to you?
Now there is somebody rattling your cage saying, "Who's in there?"
Do you need help? Are you hungry? I got some jam.
Obviously, we need help. We're in a cage.
Well, I don't know. Maybe this is your home. Are you too good for your home?
Stay safe in my little bedroom with my girl.
It's kind of cozy in there.
Get me out of here. We'll leave this guy in.
What? No!
All he's been doing the whole time is shouting.
Don't leave me!
All of you continue to hear the screech of this endangered woman.
I am not an endangered woman.
Listen, though I do frequent the House of Lady Favors, I'm not sure what to do with the crying type. I usually just punch them until they stop.
Oh dear sweet Odin.
Bloody hell, governor.
I don't beat women, I just want to let that be clear.
That's good to know.
All right. Can I pocket port inside the cage with him?
You may try.
Hold on, guys. I'm coming in there to get you.
No, there's not a lot of room in here.
No, I'm coming. Let me just figure out how this
Ulrich
pocket
is still
thing
trying to
works.
figure out
All I hear is him
As he
saying,
is the one
gravity
who
of
can
his
see, what do you
statement.
wanted to
try
do?
to open the cage.
You can't see the cage. One of them can, and it's the guy with the quad axe held up to his
Okay,
face.
this is gonna
Nobody
be
else
close.
has rolled to see at this moment.
I rolled to see.
We might need
You didn't do well.
I just
Okay.
didn't roll well.
I need to know how much.
Now, if y'all come up with any other good plans on how you can see,
I want to
I
try
will
and
listen.
turn my
I need to know
hammer
how much
on
a
again
pocket
and keep it on.
expert
okay.
gains me.
So as you roll for that, he's about to try and light up
How
the
much
room.
does a pocket
Oh,
expert
sweet
gain me?
lord, no.
I got
What?
a 2.
Does a pocket expert just gain me 3?
Okay,
I
so
am
you're an
so
expert.
sorry.
So
I'm a
what you would be
pocket
able to
expert.
do is you'd be able to
No.
roll not
I am
only
so
once.
sorry.
Ah.
Okay,
rolled
so
a
you're
20.
rolling with an
Oh, that
advantage.
is- oh.
Now you have an expertise in it.
do
You can
what?
roll it 3 times
crit
and
fail?
take the lowest of those rolls.
That is a crit fail.
Wonderful, because I rolled
keep
really
going.
high.
So
Oh, the
roll
battery
2 more
That's all that
times.
matters is it crit failed.
Take the lowest of the 3 rolls.
Oh, that's how that works. So I should have rolled
Faraday cage.
2 d20.
3!
Perception.
I'm taking this one. I don't need to roll.
Roll one. Well, you could roll one more time. It might be a crit
All right,
success.
you're smart. Smart man. 3 again. You were wrong.
3 is your lucky number. It gets suddenly a whole lot more crowded inside your cage.
And warmer.
As you notice
I have lots
this
of body heat.
burst of black matter and bluish fabric as this man materializes inside the locked cage with you. This
Does it generate any light?
no.
Do I know where it is?
You just feel
All
my
you
heat
know is it just got a whole lot tighter.
and warmer.
And
So
warmer.
I know which direction from, right?
Yeah.
I start flailing in that direction, elbows.
All right, I try and contain him. It's like, I need you to calm down
All right.
and get in
now,
this pocket.
is it so cramped?
Let's go ahead and resolve your roll.
My eyes should be adjusted to see.
How
in
did
the
it go?
dark.
I rolled
Feel
a
my
20.
beard against your face.
Oh, what color do you want to be?
I'll be blue.
Feel my beard on the top of your head.
Welcome to the show. Here's your first token of the night.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so another spark of tremendous lightning goes off yet again. So everybody go ahead, if you're not in a cage, and roll evasion or absorption.
It is safe in this cage. I can see why you live here.
Open the or look at something through the cage.
Maybe
You got a
can
what?
travel with the cage, and whenever things go down.
You
We can
are
get in it, too.
holding on to the cage currently. You can decide to
cage
continue to
sounds
hold
nice.
on to it or to evade the
Might stay
lightning.
here.
I want to see what this goes. All right. Let's give him a little zap zap. Wake up with that. Come on.
So you're going to absorb it? All right, so roll your physique.
I hear a fancy accent out there, I do.
Are you making fun of me?
Trying to remember.
Right,
what
all right, I
disability
am.
All right, that's it. You're dead.
You really
this is a bad
shouldn't
idea.
have done that.
It's okay, we're protected in the cage.
There